What's up, friends? Battle Brothers time again. Season 12 now, if you can believe it. The last two have been pretty rough. And we can sit and talk for hours about how and why things went wrong the way they did. But never mind that. It's new campaign time. The 13th Legion are rising again. The 13th Legion. That game crisis random. We'll just figure out what it is when it happens. No permanent destruction, and the first random map seed we find. I know exactly. Aha, there you go. That's the one I wanted. That's the 13th Legion's Sigil. Economic difficulty, only veteran. Combat, expert. No Iron Man because I don't want the risk of the save game getting corrupted. Medium starting funds. Let's roll. So, in terms of the name list, I've got a couple left from last season. I've got Smexy Dimples Branor as the second one. But because it's 13th Legion, I kind of want to try to bring back what we did the last time with the 13th Legion, which was Roman-themed names. So the first three, which is the companions, are going to be Titus Pulo, Lucius Varinus, and Octavius Augustus will be the archer. And then all the other ones you can fill in with viewer names. Either give your own name, or make up a nice stout Roman name that you think fits, or modify your own name into make it Roman sounding. Or do what I was doing on the last season of the 13th Legion. Go to IMDb and pick one of the cast list from the Rome. Aha! Cast list! Welcome, Wenzel. Ewald, hold that nerd in place. Okay, so with the three companions, they almost always have the same stats to start. You've got the archer who will make Octavius Augustus, which kind of fits because you remember in the TV show he was quite a weak dude who wasn't much for a melee fighter. It makes sense that he would be like, you know, someone who uses ranged weaponry. Pulo will have the melee skill, the better fighter, and then Lucius Varinus will have the better resolve. Nice, good little bit of starting items. Okay, we're alive, we won, so be it. Here's the first big question of this campaign. What is the map like? Ooh, okay, very interesting. Lots of mountains, fair amount of woods, not a lot of swamps, which is encouraging, and I'm liking all this grassland I'm seeing here. We've got House Ura. These are bad dudes. House Eigloff. They are neutral description, and House Adelheim. Also neutral description. Just looking at the map, I mean, I'm going to want to see what is in all of these cities, but initially this left side here gets my attention. I'm seeing these cities here should be easy to bounce between without, you know, too much difficult terrain to have to deal with. There's a road between Kronenberg and Wolf's Wall. Also, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also 6. And 4 here for this house. I think this is going to be the house we eventually ally with. But of course, it'll depend. We'll go to all the cities and see what they have. We need a city that has a hunter's cabin, excellent. And a lumber camp, beautiful. This is where we're going to hire most of our archers, I imagine. Young vibes, certainly. Do you want your own name, or do you have a good stout Roman name that you want to put forward? We're unfinished business. Let's take care of that first. So here we have the high resolve, the fatigue, and the hit points. I think we make this Lucius Varinus. And he kind of fits as a sergeant or a banner boy. Sergeant Varinus. And you've got Titus Pulo, who, I mean, I'm tempted to make him an axe raider because he's got the stars in melee skill and melee defense and resolve. Not much. Actually, I think, yep, he's going to be, well, it'll be a hammer raider. Titus Pulo. The only reservation I have is, the fact is, it's going to take a long time before I'm going to be able to have the gear for him. Until he has decent armor. Like, really, he can only start functioning as a big two-handed weapon user until he has Underdog and Battleforged and Quick Hands, Brawny, and all that stuff. In any case, he'll be the first guy to be given, you know, quote-unquote proper armor. Manticus, thank you for the host. So 62 starting melee skill is very nice. 58's not bad either for Vorenus. He's cocky, interesting. I don't like that he doesn't have the defense, but it does help with his resolve. He's got nice starting resolve, so he'll be a fine sergeant. Okay, boys, I think you know the drill by now. Dominos. I like that. In a second. Just let me know, what do the audio levels sound like to you guys? Is the audio a bit quiet? I think it might be because I just had to update some drivers, and I'm wondering if I should just bump the audio levels up a little bit. That looks much better. Okay, so Vorenus, Pulo, Augustus. And this is Octavius Augustus. Okay, so I'll have to give it one word. So the audio sounds perfect for me now. Just let me know if you're struggling to hear my voice over the in-game, but looking at the levels, they look totally fine. Okay, so Octavius Augustus, Lucius Vorenus, and Titus Pulo. So next in line is going to be Smexy Dimples, Branor, and Dominus. And then Derp after that. Luca Terminus. Is that going to be... That is in place of Derp then? Luca Terminus. So instead of keeping with the theme of the 13th Legion Roman type fighters, we're going to be using a lot of Hyra Poacher right off the bat. Let's do it. I would hire these lumberjacks, but they one shot, he's going to be amazing, but that's so much of our money and it's so risky. God, this is so tempting, just hiring him right off the bat. That's like half our money. We're doing it. We're doing it. It's a huge risk. It's a gigantic risk. But it might pay off. Sweet. So Asgeir has got resolve and he's got okay range skill. Hartwig has got nice range skill, nice fatigue. I don't like that his range defense is so low. 50 ranged. Oh, okay, by the way, bloodthirsty and tough. Just a Spartan, and cocky, so not great. Bright is wonderful. He's going to learn really quick. Fragile kind of sucks, but for an archer, we can work with that. It looks like, based on what I've bought here, we are probably going to have only a 6-man starting group. Bearing in mind that I need a shield here. Pulo's going to have to start with his lumberjack's axe. That's cost price. We can flip that for a profit. It's so tempting. I want that hunting bow. Oh. But no. Asgeir. That stupid wonky bow away, and you are going to use pitchfork. Okay, I have relatively high hopes for Hartwig. He should be pretty good. 56 starting range skill should be quite nice. It's just going to be all about keeping him alive. He's going to go student, he's going to go bullseye, he's going to go anticipation, bow mastery, footwork, nimble. Yeah, I do think it is worth coming back for that hunting bow. Like, a hunting bow on day one, less than 500 gold. Yes, please. What up and go? Let's make some profit here. 220, that's actually not bad. We've got 890 to work with. I think we need a militia spear and a wooden shield. That little Aketan cap is quite nice to start with. Bam. I need armor for another frontline nerd. So let's say I need helmet, shield, and spear. Shield, spear, helmet. With 400 something gold, I think we can get another pitchfork user on the back line. We'll sell that axe. Maybe I give Pulo shield and spear to work with. Yeah, just a nice cheap body would be pretty good. Okay, farmhand. I like butchers. Gisele the Skald will be coming back for him. I definitely want a minstrel. They're terrible fighters, but I would want him as a support. I think we'll take Gustav, who's nice and cheap. Although Ingolf is cheaper, but he comes with the cleaver, which is a waste of money for us right now. Okay, so it looks like this is all we're going to get from our first 6. And he's fragile, which sucks. But 60 hit points is actually not bad. Range defense, fatigue, no melee skill. He'll just be a regular old frontline nerd. Wait a second. I can maybe get another pitchfork user in here. How much do we have left? 67 minus 150 would have to be super cheap. Nope. Okay, this is a lot less bodies on the floor than I would like to start with. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay, righto. Speaking of names, we need to rename some nerds here. We've got Lucius Varinus, we've got Titus Pulo, and Smexy Dimples. Gustav's Smexy Dimple. I'm looking at your stats. You are just going to be a specialist. What you specialize in, we'll see. Most likely, I'll make you a spear specialist. Guys who have crap starting melee skill and not much ability to hit anything, will specialize you in spears. Who's the lucky bugger who gets Hartwig? Who's next? Branor. Branor the archer. Got ourselves another archer here. Who's off to Branor? Dominos. Daminos. Daminos the archer. So I just need him to get a few levels here, and then we'll get him a ranged weapon. Then that's pretty cool because we can have 3 archers to start with. I do just need to make sure that I don't fall into the trap that I did on the previous season. Remember, I got Michael Stubbs, who we dubbed Archer Jesus, because how good he was. But then I took him into a tough fight against Marksman too early, and he got killed. Sure thing, Mazuma. Which name? Just your name? Or would you like to submit a stout Roman name to fit in with the 13th Legion theme? Do I want to fight him during the day? I think I do. I've got 2 archers who are pretty damn decent. Branor is actually a better archer than Octavius right off the bat. See if we can outshoot that poacher. Nice, height advantage. The thing, Dark Eridan, just confirm what name you would like. I think we'll set up on the high ground here. Ooh, Pulo's going to be getting shot at a lot. I think I'm going to put Pulo there behind that bush. Lucius there, and Dimples here. Hoping that if I put Pulo behind that bush, then that poacher shouldn't have a straight shot at him. I can still attack that position. It's gonna cause me some trouble. Yeah, I don't like the look of that guy. Doc, Iridan. That one word. Yep. Go. I'll be quite happy to get you in here. I'll just use your name. Go Kai. Mazuma, let's get you in as well, Mazuma. Okay, cool. So, Branor started his career with his first shot by shooting someone in the face and murdering them. Well done. Let's hope that is very much how this campaign is going to go. Archer's kicking ass. You don't have any good shots, really. Take it 72%, very nice. You fucked it up. You know what, Octavius? If you wait till someone gets into melee range, you can be a little bit more accurate. Ooh, can I maybe get a crossbow shot off? Ow! Onto that dude. Good shot, Octavius. Go on, Titus, decapitate him. Almost. Good damage, though. Yes. Murdered. Killed by murder. 246s, a single 67. Branor, get him. Nailed it. Good coffee. I want to wait till this guy goes first before I move Pulo. Otherwise, he's just going to smash Pulo in the face. Smexy dimples, get in there. Oh yeah, it's quite promising. Does Branor? Promising. He's quite promising. Yes, Pulo. And I can think about breaking through that shield, but ouch. Let's just let him exhaust himself by using his shield wall. Besides, once we surround him, his morale is going to shatter so quick. I mean, it is Hogarth after all. He's a coward. And then, if I can just get Lucius through this without getting murdered. That shield, Lucius. Be a little bit respectful of him. He does. I mean, he's got 2 swings of a scimitar. I'm just going to wait here. Let him attack these 2 with their shields up. And then I'll move everybody in to surround him. Stuff. Is he confident too? As soon as 1 or 2 of these hits, his morale will shatter so quickly. Okay, let's see, Branor. 56 melee skill compared to 60 for Branor. Okay, so Branor will take that spot then. Come on, can one of these hit, please? I know it's a low percentage, but... Oh, he's almost... Okay, good, just ignore him. He's mostly exhausted, so he can probably get 2 swings. But attacking him now would not be smart. Wait for it. I think so, Ruffle. I'm going to do 2 or 3 hours now. Then I'll break for dinner and do a few more hours after that. I kind of want to play some XCOM, but I think we're starting off a new BB series. Let's do 2 big sessions to begin with. I'll play some XCOM tomorrow night. Junius Zamicus. That is a stout Roman name if I've ever heard it. I like it. Junius Zamicus. Zumicus. Yes, and go. You're on the list, my man. You have a named character. So considering we only had 6 lads, I think that went really rather well. I'm tempted just because he's not going to be taking Colossus. His hit points are high enough, but I feel like I don't need to take Colossus. Let's take hit points. Branor, dude, he's going to level up so quick. He's got like 10% XP plus 20. Damn. +1 on range defense really sucks though. Oh baby, +4. Yes, excellent. Excellent. Papa Stubbs, good evening. Sure we can find him a spear in a second. If not, he can just go stabby stab. I mean, this dagger by itself does, you know, decent damage. Aulus Septimus. Excellent. My Roman lads sound quite posh. Septimius, excuse me. Go HD title. Well, go. You're not going to get a title that you want. I give you a title according to the role you're going to play. Oh, thank you. 500 followers. We're in the big leagues now, boys. Officially a big streamer. He said sarcastically. So our group's a lot smaller than it was at the start in the last campaign, but it seems like a bit more focused. Like we got, you know, better gear than we would otherwise, and my backline are actually fine to just wear thick tunics. Well, once they get nimble, they can just wear hoods and thick tunics. It's nice that I got these pitchforks. I think in the beginning now, I'm going to only take 1 quiver of arrows and focus more on using aimed shot rather than spamming quick shot, which is admittedly something that I was guilty of in the previous playthrough. It's going to get paid. And then we'll go back for that minstrel, who most likely will just be a straight up replacement. But minstrel, priest, and historian are the 3 classes that I'm going to have just for on the strength of the benefits that they give. 150. I think we can get more for that. Sell that. Keep that. We were definitely going to buy that hunting bow, 100%. Jon Snow, certainly. And next up we've got Luca Terminus, then Dark Iridan, then Ngokai, then Junius Zamicus, Aulus Septimius, and Jon Snow. Oh baby, 2 hunting bows on day 1. We're in the big leagues, boys, we're in the big leagues. Now here's an interesting question. Let's see, +10 chance to hit. That's 15 chance to hit, -3 per tile of distance. +10, -2 per tile of distance. What's he better off with? That's 25 fatigue, 5 fatigue, and then how much is reload? I think he's probably better off with a crossbow to start. This is very rare that we've started off and we've actually got half decent archers to start with. Very, very uncommon. It makes me happy to see that banner. I have fond memories of seeing that banner of the 13th Legion. 13! We had a great season with them the last time they were out. Giselier the Scald, welcome. I am actually ill, yeah. I am getting a bit sick. Okay, so Giselier is tiny and he's got a death wish, which is nice. His mini skill 56 starting is actually not bad. His hit points and his fatigue are pretty terrible. But honestly, I don't mind that. And the reason I don't mind that is that as a replacement, he's only, well, once we get up to a full 12-man squad, he will only fight occasionally when someone on the front line is hurt. Okay, who was next? Luca? Terminus. But as long as he does his job as a minstrel, I'll be quite happy. Yeah, I know, dude. But I really wanted to stream. I didn't want to not stream just because I'm feeling a bit under the weather. Thank you guys, very kind. Got my water here. We're fine, fam, I'm fine. So, we got 2 days worth of crowns, food, 3 days. Tools and supplies is an issue, as always. What you got for us? A delivery. Fine, where? West. Sonstedt, I accept. Oh, it's quite far. Okay, well, let's get going. I mean, we're going to need to visit each one of the cities anyway, so that's fine. Bond of Friendship is always the first one I'll take. If we go back to Elkshorn on about day 8, we should get another job for them, and then doing a second job gets us up to friendly relations with them. What do you reckon, boys? Let's leave them be. Oh, they're coming for us. I think we'll be fine to take them on. Start this campaign off murdering some Nachters. Just 5 of them. It's only day 2, so they should all 5 be level 1 Nachters. Just get through this with as little damage as possible. I'm gonna hem them in as much as I possibly can. So if they want to come in here, they need to get themselves surrounded by multiple people. I'm happy with that thing to happen. Good shot, Dominos. Damn near killed it. I like Luca's little outfit, his little blue and gold outfit. It's quite smart. Although being the 13th Legion, red and gold are our colors, so whenever we can find red shields, we'll use them. Oh, damn it. That would have been a killing shot. Have they all gone? Turn done, turn done, turn done. Damn it, Pulo! Oh, Lord! That's what I'm talking about. No way I can actually get onto that corpse, though. Is a bit of a concern. Nice, it made him flee. Perfect. That was a bit of luck. We needed that. And now let's just hold this guy in place. Well, blocked one of the 2, did Lucius. Well done. Save your crossbow bolt. Artis, you're having a bit of a nightmare there, dude. Oh, ho, 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 ho. There you go. Hashtag squad wipe. How dare you, sir? Shocked and offended. I could pretty much leave him there at 60 melee skill. Just focus more on his fatigue, his range defense. As a sergeant, he's going to need that range defense. It's super important. +2, we'll take it. +4 is nice, and I'll take that as well, because this is great. It means I don't have to take Colossus on him. So generally for my specialists, it'll be Student, Colossus, maybe Steelbrow, then a weapon specialization. I'm going to take Brawny on my specialist, but only much later, because it takes so long until you get anything heavier than basic mail. I think that Student, Colossus, and Steelbrow is like the first 3 best skills to keep someone alive. I mean, Colossus get their hit points up. Steelbrow, stop them from getting crits. Alright, actually, Smexy, I forgot that you have Fragile, so we will take Colossus to the next level. This campaign, on my frontline guys, especially with the specialists, we're going to lean more towards the defensive skills. Most of the damage will come from our archers, and I'm fine with that. So I know that there's going to be plenty of comments about, oh, you should be doing this and don't do this, and everyone has their own tactics, and it can get a bit backseat gamey, but just feel free to make the comments. I'm not going to get butthurt if you tell me how to play the game, because mostly I'll just ignore you and do my own thing. I do appreciate, though, that you guys have your own opinions. It's a complex issue, because, like, I mean, I feel the same when I watch other people stream as well, like, oh, you're doing this wrong, do this way. And there are different ways to do the same thing, and okay, well, I was going to say there's no objectively best way to do anything, but I would say it's fair to say that there are objectively the best way to do certain tactics. So one of my viewers gave me quite a long, lengthy, like a, you know, dressing down about how bad I am and all the mistakes I'm making. And oh, but choosing to do this, you're doing this, and this is all wrong. Oh hell yeah, we'll hire Ivor, only 100. But I have a very particular idea in my mind of what I want to achieve and how I want to achieve it, and I haven't been able to do that in the last couple playthroughs because it didn't work out that way. The point is, I realize that and I'm okay with it. No special rules for this campaign, no. We're just going to try be as good as we can be and get as far as we can. The one thing I'm left remembering from the previous playthrough, though, was the guys like this, like specialists who don't have the melee skill or melee def to make them a raider, which is a two-handed weapon user. I'm going to make them either flail or spear masters. Spear masters just because it kind of fits with the whole, you know, quasi-Roman style of what we're going for. And flails because flails are just so good against raiders. Bandit raiders, I mean. Need another spear. So there's 8 of us here. The thing is, only 5 of us can actually do any damage against these auxiliaries. Yeah. But the point is, though, feel free to add comments and say whatever you want. I mean, I'm not going to get butthurt or annoyed if I feel like you're backseat gaming. I'll just ignore you if it gets a bit annoying. But hey, if you're leaving a comment telling me how I'm doing things wrong, at least you're engaged enough to care to write something. And going back to, oh, forget the name of the guy who left that long comment on YouTube. He made a lot of very good points. But what annoyed me slightly was saying that, oh, you don't seem to realize. The presumption that I'm ignorant of the game mechanics is what annoyed me. Saying, oh, like, don't use spears because they do less DPS than other things, even though there's, you know, more chance to hit. It's like, dude, I know. I'm cognizant of that, and I've factored that in, and I've made a decision of how I want to play the game. Now, you can disagree with that, fair enough. But I'm aware of how that game mechanic works. Okay, so anyway, there's 4 of them. All 4 of them have shields. Only 5 of my guys can actually even hit them at all. My archers won't be able to do a damn thing. Well, you're quite right. Pitchfork is important for the early game. The thing is, these guys can sit behind their shields indefinitely. I might just run away from this because we'll still get paid for completing the mission, and then we can come back and clear out the ruin later. There's a financial incentive to do it now because you'll get, like, you know, a little bit of jewels or like some amber or maybe some cloth or something, which is more money. But I'm looking at the fact that I've only got 3 level 2s that have basic little militia spears. We have no flails to get around their shields, no access to break them. How's the audio, guys? The in-game sounds a bit quiet to me, like it could be louder. Looking at the levels there. Okay, no, never mind, it's right. I think it's because I'm getting a little bit sick and my sinuses are all blocked up that it sounds different to me. And it sounds quieter than it is. Well, Marks, what up, dude? Tell me, are any of you guys hyped for They Are Billions? I can't wait to play that game. Ugh. Been watching everything that Christopher Odd's been putting out with it so far. It looks like so much fun. I think it's like 2 weeks until it gets released. Someone told me that they read a release and it said mid-December is when it gets released. You all can bet your bottom dollars I'll be playing the crap out of that game when it comes out. We can get out of here. Well, actually, Leon, the thing is, you don't actually need to ignore the whole mission. You can just go in, check the description of what it says. Most of the time it says, you know, oh, finding the thing you wanted was very easy, so you grab it, no problem. God damn it, they got us at night. The point is then you can grab whatever you were sent to fetch and retreat like that without having to actually fight. Okay, it's night time, which is not going to help, but it's still only 6 Noctairs. We should be able to get them. Well, maybe I can kind of get the feeling because I've watched, I think, 3 or 4 playthroughs of Odd, and I'm getting a little bored of his playthrough because he always does the same thing. He doesn't buy anything other than ranges until he gets up to the Titans, and then he just double walls everything, and he never builds spike traps, which annoys me. So, I mean, it may well be that that is the way to do it. To get Titus Puller out of that, that's actually a nasty situation. Well, I would just point out though that it is still technically in very early access. And they have said that they're going to be adding a lot more features to the game, so maybe like more zombie types, more weapons, more ways to deal with them, that good stuff. I'm just going to hope that Titus can knock this Noctair away and then he can get out of that nasty position he's in. Fuck! Ah! God damn it. Okay, change of plan. God damn it, these fucking things. They caught me at night and my archers can't do much, and they've got height advantage. It's really bad. Get over there, boys. Try help him. You boys need to tank a few hits here. Yeah, Pulo's in trouble. But support is coming. Good blocking. Shit. Hit. When's it coming out? I believe it's out, well, not fully out. It's in early access until, I think it's mid-December, they said. So I think it's like 15th of December is when it should be playable in early access. 13%, great shot. Fuck, too exhausted. Yeah, so that guy's got stabbed guts. Pierced arm muscle, so he's unlikely to hit. I can finish this one off now. Fleeing, perfect, and fleeing. Good, so only these two are not fleeing. This is an irritating amount of armor damage I didn't want to take, but I certainly wasn't going to be retreating from these basic bitch nachters. Get shot in the face, you dickhead. There you go. Eat it. Oh, he's breaking. One more hit and he's dead. And there you go, sunshine. Yeah, that was close. Aminos, the archer. +4, +3. Very nice. Let's just get his resolve up to, I think 42 is enough. I'll leave it at 45, around 45. At this point, I think when he's got at least 50 range skill, I'm going to give him a bow. I really hope we have some good trading opportunities on this map as well, and we can find a place that can sell us tools for a price that isn't going to be extortionate. Okay, we're up to 8 guys. 8 strong Roman soldiers. We're doing fine. Food's done. Okay, quickly before the market closes. Your finest gruel, please. 160, I'll take that. We need tools, we need food, we need things. Or ring tribal. Thank you for the follow. As always, tools are going to be the big challenge. Sergeant Archer. Yeah, I don't like it. We could try. I suppose we could try. How would that work? Well, yeah. I know it's a waste, like not giving him high resolve, but the thing is, I have a very specific idea in my head of what I'm trying to achieve. Which maybe is the wrong way to go, but I mean, maybe you should have a few ideas of how you want to do it. Hang on, did Luca get added already? I think he did. There, Lucius Varinus. Luca is in already. Okay, Doc Iridan. Now, trust me, Ngo, let me stop you at too much archer. There's no such thing as too many archers. Archers are just freaking amazing in this game. And like the fact that we've got 3 guys who are going to be competent at archery right off the bat is just unbelievable. I just need to hire a Fletcher, who hopefully will be decent at archery, and we've got 4 good archers. We're off to a decent start. 280 is too much for tools. Is there a major city here that maybe get some tools for? I think we're stopping at Wormfest. Fox 5, good evening. I think we need to start making our way back to Elkshorn and do another job for them. That should get us up to friendly relations. Mazuma, like, just the words heavy and archer just doesn't seem to go together at all. Not 220, nice. Okay, we'll get 1 set of tools there. 103 for a dagger, very nice. Hello, Nachtzeers. Good lord, did you see that? 2 groups of zombies. How does our armor look? Not great. Should we just swap the armor out and fight them? I mean, it's still good XP. As long as I can fight 1 at a time, I don't want to be fighting 10 at once. A hat's a 350 and only 1 vision range. But still, any minus vision on an archer is just terrible. Oh, he was eagle-eyed. I see. Okay, that's quite nice. So the helmet offset the minus vision of the helmet. That works. Coat of plates. Good lord. I'm happy to try something like that at some point, and I think I will, but what I really want to try is the light archer, so just wearing that, like, you know, thick tunic and a little head wrap. Oh, for God's sake, first stab missed. Titus! Damn it, Pulo. Oh, good shot, boys. Easy money. Well, I think the idea of the heavy archer is giving them lots of armor so they can survive being hit. I tend to go more along the logic of do everything you can to make sure they don't get hit in the first place. And then if they do get hit, that is, they have nimble to make sure that whatever damage they do take is minimal. That's part of what makes this game so damn good, is any of these tactics we've been discussing works. But the thing is, if you're going 5-7, I assume you mean 7 at the back, 5 up front, then you would need tougher archers. Shit. Not good. Archers are too good. Indeed, and the way I would stop my archers from getting one shot by an arbalester bolt is by giving them dodge. It's 50% damage reduction, and maybe steel brow. I sure did, Jering. It was delish. Love a good steak pie. I think one of the mistakes I made in the last playthrough with the archers was I didn't take bullseye early enough. And a lot of the times when the fights were difficult was when the enemy had marksmen and we had to shoot over a front line to try to get him. So Liang, what you've done right there is what I was talking about earlier. You've made a perfectly correct, valid point, and I'm pretty sure Mazuma is aware of that. But the thing is, he's taking a trade-off. So you are right, putting them in heavier armor lowers their fatigue and their initiative. So that's the downside. But the plus side is, if they do get hit, they're a lot more resilient. So it doesn't matter quite as much. Marks, I think that's just semantics, dude. It is a reduction. It's damage reduction is the main thing. So if you give someone with, well, let's say 100 hit points nimble, and you get the percentage to hit high enough, you're effectively 50 or more penalty makes them fatigue, only half the normal damage. So if someone with 100 hit points has nimble, they've got effectively 150 hit points. But again, you guys are going to spend the entire campaign trying to convince me to do things a certain way. I've decided what I want to try to do, because I'm still learning the game as well. And I appreciate the advice, and I'll take the advice on board. But I learn by doing, and so I'm going to do things my own way and figure them out that way. Am I going to take Colossus on Pulo? I think I'm going to have to. '86, nice, good high hit points. Good Terminus, +3 with no stars. That's quite fortunate. This guy desperately needs Colossus. My issue with the heavy archers is that you are dependent on finding like a seriously impressive legendary helmet, because otherwise the best you can give them is a 90 armor coif. His fatigue is not bad. I actually want to get his resolve up. Renor the archer. Bam. I'm hoping that going for bullseye sooner is going to make shooting at enemy archers a lot easier. +1 range defense sucks, but I have to. It's so important giving him range defense. As I've kept on saying, if you want to watch perfect, flawless, god tier Battle Brothers, Hans Gruber is your man. If you want to see bumbling, incompetent, slightly interesting Battle Brothers, then I mean, you're at the right place. Give me a job. What is this? Let's talk money. Pay me more. I accept. I need some time to think because I need to repair my armor. 2 tools. Okay, well we don't have any anyway, so ooh, that's actually pretty cheap for roots and berries. Let's stock up on roots and berries. Off spec. Okay, fine, we'll do it now. So this is one of these missions where I can't remember the last time it gave me the description that whatever you went into, the shroud of the founder, it's rare that you have to fight before you get the thing. I think so, yeah. There are some legendary items that give you higher higher armor without decreasing vision. You sent a few of the men into the ruins to find Shroud of the Founder. All of them return in a hurry, which is unusual. Thankfully, one of them has the relic in hand. Good, so we don't have to fight this. But tell me, Pain Cell, wouldn't the -1 vision from the helmet be on top of the lower range from the crossbow? So the crossbow can normally shoot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With the helmet, it can only shoots 6. So they're always at a disadvantage. But then again, arguably, if you are building a crossbow, you could be putting them with a group of... You put them in a tactic that would want to charge forward. Because with a crossbow, you can move forward until the battle lines have hit and then until get a shot off quickly. Mazuma, that's exactly correct. And I mean, for me, as far as the backline is concerned, the only real threat is enemy archers, and the way you handle the enemy archers is by giving your archers anticipation and high range defense. I mean, if your archers are taking melee shots, the battle is over anyway. I forgot to swap the armor around. Things have already gone so tits up that you know, all tactics have gone out the window. And someone now in chat's probably gonna go, yeah, but what if you're fighting vampires that can teleport? But then obviously, you know, you shouldn't be building your overall strategy to cater for the exception. I mean, like, ideally, with my lineup, if I know I'm fighting vampires, I would put my archers in reserve and get my replacements in so they're all melee fighters. One thing I am going to start doing, though, is taking Steelbrow on almost everyone. I like the way it was put to me. I think it was Karl Marx who made the point in the last stream that no matter what you take on your brothers, eventually it just takes one crossbow bolt to the head and they're dead. They're not immune to damage, they just take like 90% damage reduction, so they're effectively immune. Indeed, and like the thing is, if I know I'm fighting vampires, I would want to see them on the road ahead of me and swap out my guys and give them particular weapons and give them nets, and you know, if you get caught unawares by vampires, just flee. If possible. Turn to Akshan, get paid. Also, one thing I learned from the last campaign that I'm going to try some more is that when we get given a mission that's potentially too difficult for us, for example, kill marauding greenskins, we're like, oh shit, we can't beat these guys. We'll run them into these ruins, because remember that fight last campaign where we ran those wolf riders. What's this? The forest will be the influence of man, wild winds that came. I'm actually going to leave them alone, because the last time I had this mission and I had this event, and I said, let's see where they're going. It turned out to be, it turned out to be a bunch of fanatics, and they have all flails and stuff. If it was daytime, I would be happy to fight them, but it's nighttime, so no, just leave them alone. Well, JH, Steelbrow, probably just on my archers then, because my archers, I think if I give them Steelbrow and Nimble, then that should be able to survive. You just want to get them to survive and arbalest the bow to the face, so that if they have to, they can retreat, get away from more hits. Okay, good. We've got to friendly relations. Let's start hitting all... Actually, I think we can take the get to 12 brothers. Then we'll take the visit every place on the map. I do need that bow, yeah. But then again, I love butchers. That being said, I don't actually have anything to give him weapons-wise, so we're not going to hire anybody just yet. Wait, didn't we already buy that hunter's bow for 490? Well, shoot, another very cheap bow. Awesome. But anyway, I'm going to take the pitchfork, because with the pitchfork, that means I can hire someone else. That's going to leave us with 1 day worth of pay. We can stretch that to maybe 2. Sigmar, so lots of stats in melee defense, very nice. Hit points and fatigue. Actually, I think we can make him a sword raider. He's going to be super hard to hit. He's going to be nice and tanky. And then eventually he can use a two-handed sword. So the great sword will give him an extra chance to hit. I mean, he's never going to have higher than 70 or 80 melee skill, but with a sword that's plus 10 on top, he'll be in the center of the formation. I think that's fine. As a raider, a two-handed weapon user, I'd much prefer to have at least 1 star in melee defense, but it hasn't worked out that way. Go! Go Tai! Welcome. No, actually, this is the 12th company. Damn it, I forgot to take note of the map seed and put it into the stream title. I will do so after the stream. What time is it? We've been streaming for an hour. It's 5. We'll do another hour and a half. We'll break for dinner and get straight back to it. Okay, and go. Welcome. Best of luck to you. Go Kai. Did you say Ty? It's Kai. Oh, Kai, sorry. My bad. Good thing, Morden. You're on the list. Next we got Junius, Zamachus, then Aulus, Septimius, Jon Snow and Morden. Our numbers are growing. I need to get some guys on the front line though. I think Luca can go front line now. Need a shield for him. Well, not yet then. As soon as I get a shield, I can put him on the front line. Because now this is way too much stacked to the back line. It's not good. Okay, let's hit these northern cities first. We'll head south. Box Force, just let me know what name you'd like and I'll add you to the list. I'll just scribble it down here on the list. And then as people die, you get in line. You poachers. This is pretty nasty. I don't think I can get past them. Let's turn around. Okay, I'm just thinking, let's go Hirschbach. If those raiders catch up to us near the supply caravan, I'll definitely fight them. The supply caravan should make this a lot easier for us. They got a few poachers, so we'll keep our shields up. Box Force, Gunner, Grauwolf. You should have been around for the Viking campaign I did. That would have fit in quite nicely. Gunnar, Grauwolf. Well, I suppose the Romans would have had double pikes. The Romans would have had people from all over the world fighting for them, and see that I didn't expect. By putting spaces between my guys, I've now got their footmen between mine. That worked out nicely. God damn. If we can get the killing blows on these pikemen, we might get those pikes. And pikes on on the first week, huge. So what we should try to do here is have the footmen do most of the work, and then if our guys can, well, first of all, not eat every arrow that gets shot at them, but if they can just take their knives out and get the killing blows here, that could be quite good. Germanicus, sure. So this little tactic of getting a trade caravan to help us is pretty important. I mean, otherwise we would have no business fighting a group like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 raiders and 2 poachers. They would kick our asses. So, Kaikol, I've thought about taunt quite a lot, and I've wanted to try and use it, but my issue with taunt is you're not avoiding damage. You're just shifting the damage around, so the person who uses taunt is still getting pounded by whatever it is he's taunted. And I do like the idea of the best defense is a super strong offense. I'd rather put, I mean, look, by using taunt, you're spending ability points. Oh God. See, I can't put him go there because he could get one shot by that raider. But I'll certainly try it on one of my offline campaigns. Pulo's in trouble. If this guy hits him, he could kill him. I think Germanicus was from Spartacus, wasn't he? one of the gladiators. Irishka. Got to be super careful with my backline here. A lot of these guys are low enough hit points that they get one shot by these pikes. I need the pikes to get killed. Okay, good. That's fine. Go for him instead. Yeah, F. And again, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. I'm not saying it's a shit tactic, I'm never going to use it. I'm saying I accept that, I see how it can be useful in certain situations. I'm just choosing tactically to play differently. Smexy Dimples, not looking good. I need these footmen to do some work here. I can absolutely see how it could be great against the vampires. You can keep them focused on one target. But then again, that target who's getting focused by a vampire had better be a bit of a badass. This worries me. This raider could finish off Smexy Dimples. This could be our first death. Grip. He had his shield up, but that raider didn't give a fuck about the shield. It's super risky, but fighting raiders this early has already, it's given us a pike, which is straight up, that's worth it. These marksmen are the worst, I hate them. Oh, dude, you are lucky. Double direwolf armor wearing brigands. Very fortunate that. Good stabbing. These bullhooks are great, they do so much damage. Get wrecked. Damn it. Pikes hurt. Get him, Octavius. Good Lord, this guy's impossible. Look at the arrows all around him. We just can't hit him. There it is. Hiding behind a tree, you coward! Yeah, sorry, Pain Cell. I was supposed to pay attention to what the map seed was when I generated the map and update the stream title, but I forgot. Ooh, Luca, you're a lucky boy. That would have killed you. So when I break now for dinner, I'll update the stream title with the map seed. Shot, boys. Get a nice gear. Yeah, we didn't get his pitchfork. Pike, sorry. But the fact that we got that skirmish axe and that pike, all totally worth it for us. Get him, lads. Get him. Anyway, let's hope that was just a strike down and not a death. Pray for brain damage, as is our mantra. Nope. Smexy Dimples. Rip. First death. The 13th Legion. You lasted almost a week, Smexy. Game is hard. Oh, but that's so worth it. Okay, Dark Iridan, you need to go take a position on the front line now, my friend. Like, I hate to say it, but this early on, one of your early level guys are worth less than just a pike. That pike is worth more to us. At least Titus Pulo and Lucius Varinus are still kicking. Still got the core of our group. Let's see here, we'll give you that, and 51 and 59. Hopefully Luca will do work with that. Looking at the T... Oh yeah, you can use that. No hat for you? No hat. So we've got pitchforks ready to go for 2 more guys, but what we need is frontline lads. We need shields. I want the wooden stick. The short sword I'll keep. The skirmish axe I'll sell. Yes, I know, cleavers are great. And I don't want to get a lecture for half an hour about what makes cleavers so great. I understand that. I'm choosing to use other weapons for the bonuses that they give. I don't hate cleavers. Some thugs and a poacher. That could be quite doable, but we are very hurt. Wait a second. Didn't we just take the whole, get the company up to 12 men? Let's get ourselves back up to 12 men. So actually, Paint Cell, the seed, it's a bit too early to tell. Like in terms of the terrain, it looks okay. The south here looks fine. I think we're going to do most of our work here. I don't like it. There's like likely to be a big mountain range there. I'll have to visit each one of the cities to see who has what and see what the trading options are like before I can tell whether the seed is any good. But right off the bat, it looks better than last season's seed, which was just a nightmare from the get-go. God, I need tools, but 312 is too much. He's only got 3 ammunition left. No! Ah! Oh, fuck's sakes. Oh! Fucking little green mother. Oh! Oh, I fucking hate goblins so much. Ah! God damn it. Fucking little green cunts. I'm sorry, guys, excuse me for my language, but that's the only response to running into goblins on day 9. Ugh. Oh, I tell you what, what is going on? This campaign. Who's got an injured foot? Who's not going to be able to run away here? Anyway, so you were asking about what the map seed is like. It seems to be Greenskin Central. We might have been able to beat them if we weren't all injured. This is so frustrating. All I can really do now is just try to take delivery missions until we're all healed up. But I don't have money to actually buy medicine. Yeah, it's bad enough getting attacked by goblins, but, you know, in a forest and they surround you. No. Just no. Go, you're nuts, dude. Clearly you haven't played much Battle Brothers. This is certain death fighting these things now. We are so weak, and those cleavers do so much damage. They will one-shot any of our front guys. And we wouldn't be able to hit them because we're all injured. Well, on the goblin fight there was nowhere to run. At least here we can back up. Good poor Luca. Pierced leg, deep face cut, pierced chest. Fucked up. Bravely ran away, away, the 13th Legion. From what I understand, it's entirely random. It depends on what's on the map. Depends on where they are. It depends on a bunch of things, but it's almost entirely random. Okay, we have to liquidate all our assets here. This is so bad. We're not going to have enough medicinal supplies. We're going to have to just try to do delivery missions. Okay, everything that's non-essential has to be sold. If things get bad, we can sell all of that. I wanted to go north to go hit those cities, but let's hit south. The north has not been kind to us. Let's try to avoid those orcs. All I can do now is delivery missions while we heal up. Hopefully that'll pay us enough to buy more medicinal supplies. I'm gonna need 2 loads of medicinal supplies. Just you little green fuckers wait until we've gotten stronger. What you got for us? Pay us more, follow the tracks, return the coin collection. It's only a 1 skull. This should actually be doable. Take a look at the armor on the front line. 50. 37. My god. I mean, this will be hard, but it'll be doable. It'll just be some thugs, I imagine. Tracks north. Ooh, I want that dagger. That dagger looks real pretty. Oh yeah, if we had stayed and fought those greenskins in the forest, it would have been a squad wipe. Because the little greenskin archers just don't ever miss, and we wouldn't be able to hit them. Got a fearless, quick bastard with 2 stars. Yeah, I had that once before where I had an apprentice given to me. Oh, Branor was not going down without a fight. Got given to me for free, and he also had like multiple stars. But Luca, we got to be careful. He's got no armor. He's carrying our most valuable weapon right now. Yeah, Dark Aradan, not surprisingly that he can't spear wall. Shooting. Oh, boys! Oh, Dominos! This is what we need. Oh, fuck's sakes, Branor fucked it up. Get stabbed in the face, you prick. Can you fuck off, please? Cleavering Titus Pulo, hero of the 13th Legion. At least we got the archers, thank goodness. I'm actually going to start using aimed shot a lot more. It's going to end up being cheaper for us as well. Every arrow we shoot costs money. So I knew that on day 1 when I spent 1,000 gold on that hunter, it was a huge risk. Because if he had crap stats and wasn't even usable as an archer, it would be, you know, completely useless. But it might just pay off. I mean, look at this. We've got a level 3 who's the companion with 58. We've got a level 3 poacher with, well, 40, but he's arm muscles. I think it's 60 actually. And then Branor the archer, 63 at level 3, and he's bright. But he's out of ammo. We are out of ammo fully. Go. Leveling up with a +2 there. Oh, he's going to be tough to hit. He's going to be a tough, tough lad. Jerry, we had to flee. We got ambushed and surrounded by a bunch of cursed greenskins. Dirty little fucks. Please give me some medicinal supplies, and the food's getting low, and we have no tools. God, this is absolute desperation. We obviously can't hire anyone, so I'm just going to keep going to every city and just hope that I can get delivery missions. You hate to say it, but this can happen in the early game. One bad fight goes against you, you're in real trouble. Do we buy tools and supplies? I think we kind of have to. So we've only got 2 days worth of food left. Oh yeah, just you wait. Once we get the 13th Legion up to strength, some strong archers, some stout frontline guys, disciplined Roman fighters, we will eventually take the hunt down the greenskin. Well done, Dark Aradan. Dark Aradan Specialist was injured in battle, and you figured it'd be best to see how he's doing. Surprisingly, he's doing quite well. His wounds have healed in such quick fashion you almost want to believe he consulted some dark arts while no one was looking. There are no signs of black magics around, just one sturdy and hard-to-kill man of flesh and blood. Sure thing, Ms. Cam. The only question is, Ms. Cam, do you want me to add your name like that, Ms. Cam? Or do you want to give me like a Roman-sounding name, maybe like change your name into a Roman name? Or just pick a Roman name to fit in with what everyone's doing. So far, we've had a mix of Roman names and just normal names, so if you don't want to give a Roman name, that's totally fine. But so far, we've got Lucius Vorenus, Dark Aradan, Titus Pulo, Ngokai, Dominos, Octavius Augustus, Branor, and Luca Terminus. Stobicus. I will not be joining this fight. Every time I put a soldier into one of these, it goes disastrously. Escort caravan. No. Too risky. Delivery. Does this go to the place? Absolutely fine. That's basically 300 free gold. This is a problem. We're out of medical supplies. I can't afford to buy any. Hang on, Maximus Malicus. Maximus Malicus and Augustus Mizcam. I wonder if the name Augustus was, you know, the equivalent of John back in the day for Romans. Ask me mate Steve. Augustus. Oh, got some tracks up ahead. Nach says 5 of them. Octavius only has, what, 5 arrows left? I reckon we get him. It's basically free XP. Well, basically free XP. Okay, fine. Well, so far we've got, what's it, Lucius Vorenus, who's going to be the sergeant. I'll add myself as a banner boy, once I get someone who has the stats to be a banner boy. Well, kind of. I'm taking Rome as my inspiration for this playthrough. This is the second playthrough where we're using Rome characters. Great stabbing, Titus. Why did I say anything? Fuck. Ow. Oh, damn it. Lads! What is this? I have to admit, I haven't actually read any good books about the Roman Empire. I'm ignorant of that type of stuff. I just remember watching the TV series and loving it. It was so good. The HBO series. And we owe a lot to the TV series because in a lot of ways it paved the way for Game of Thrones to get made. It's so sad that it got cancelled after only 2 seasons. Easy. Where's Iradan? Sure thing. If it'll fit. I don't think that's going to fit. We'll try. Wolverinus TF, thank you for the follow. Let's try Iradan. Aquilius, it only just fits. Luca. Bam. Nice law. He's gonna have to... Okay, let's go Fatigue. Then we'll take Colossus. 61 hit points. He's getting there. Not entirely. Like, I mean, the ancient undead gear, it's just, the stats is so awful. Really, the only, you know, in terms of the gear we use, the little homage to the Roman stuff will be, my specialists are generally going to be spear specialists. And that's about it. And we're going to have a bunch of archers in the names. We've got 4 arrows left. Part of me thinks don't act, even if I could kill these. Prophets, pamphlets, we've got them in hand. Some auxiliaries. It's like there's a choice to make here. I can either fight these 4 auxiliaries and get the extra money now, or I could leave them. So there's this extra ruin on the map. There's only 4 of them. Let's fight them and kill them. Actually, no, let's not. Let's not. I want to leave this ruin on the map so that later when I'm doing patrols, I've got something that I can come clear out. And it's going to generate more enemies patrolling the map, which is going to be useful for us. And in my experience, taking on a fight like this without flails can be super tricky because these little fuckers, they just keep their shields up permanently. They have no fatigue. And they can be impossible to hit. Besides, we will still get paid for the contract we negotiated. I really hope we get, for the late game crisis, I hope it's Greenskin or Civil War. I really don't want to have to fight the undead as the first late game crisis. Away and go get paid. Oh yeah, the ancient honor god. Oh, they got those huge shields. The shields are impossible to break. They keep shield wall permanently because they don't have any fatigue. Ugh, puke. I don't see how we're going to afford any medicine, so those injuries aren't going to heal. I mean, we're out of food as well. Let's buy some gruel. Ah, oh, that's too expensive, that's too expensive. Let's get out of here. This has not been a good city visit for us. at least we are getting around the map a little bit. Let her go, take it easy. Ooh, the second sons. At some point, if we are ever in a position to take on other mercenaries, we will do so. This is a risk, but I think we have to take the risk. And how far is... It's an escort very close. It should be just the next city on. Oh yeah, just up the road. 305. Oh god. Let's take a look at which of these cities around here actually have a herb gathering hut. Because that's where we will get herbs relatively cheap. Nothing here. I think 305 is as cheap as we're going to get. I need... God, okay, good. We've got 1 day worth of salary. Watch us get attacked. It's just up the road. Wait a second. Did I see right? Are all the injuries gone? All the injuries are gone. Amazing. We've got 1 day of salary, no tools. What are the armor values like? 86, it's 78, it's 10. Times are tough. These are humble beginnings. Humble beginnings are what we have here. I've only got 3 arrows left. I've got no tools. Almost out of food. What you got for us? Follow the tracks, hunt down creatures. Sure. 430. Pay us more. I accept. Pray that it isn't dire wolves. That's going to be tricky. It's dire wolves. Fuck's sakes. Well, we have no choice. We're almost out of money. We have to take this fight. Oh, I was just going to say, the only thing we could hope for is that I'm able to get a spear wall down, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. The southern flank is in huge trouble. Me. Just all muscles, that's pretty important. I think Arada needs to go there, and then Lucas goes there, and then Go is in huge trouble. Kenny F and Powers, of course, my man. See, putting a spear wall down here doesn't really help. Okay, here's the play. So, Lucius, you spear wall. Aradan will go down here. Goes in real trouble there, but... Oh, first one's fleeing already. Awesome. 1 down, 4 to go. This is bad, though. Ow! I can hate these things. And without swords to be able to riposte. Oh, come on! Eridan, I'm not gonna lie to you, it doesn't look good, dude. It does not look good. 1 more hit and you are dead, Zoe. And we can't hit this fucking thing. Thank goodness, one of them. Only 3 more. First hit, straight away dead. Let's hope for brain damage. Go dodging that beast. Ow. 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 The fact that they're confident is the worst part. It's going to make them even harder to hit. Rip all of us. This looks a bit squad wipey. This could be the shortest campaign we've ever had. Okay, it's only 2 left. Oh, Titus Pulo. Come on, fight for your lives, boys. Indeed, but then again, this is veteran difficulty for you. God, Octavius. If I lose my best archer now, I'm gonna be so upset. Oh, good dodging. And he dodges into high ground. Unfucking believable. Oh God. Death by eating hat trick. Yeah, so last season it was also wolves. Before that it was Nachters. Now it's going to be wolves again. And he's back! The fucker is back. Oh yes, Lucius Varinus. Luca, come on. Such a setback. Stop fleeing, you cowards! Come back here! For the 13th! Jesus H. Christ. Oh. Early game rivals, man. Oh, me. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, so that's my shortest campaign ever. So much for the 13th Legion. Oh, fuck me. Rip, boys. You did your best. Oh, they're not coming at you? Really? Here we go, Octavius. Take one of these fuckers down with you. Get him! Oh. Out of arrows, no ammo. Going to punch to death. No, dead. Oh, oh God. So we lasted just over a week. As the seasons go on, I seem to be getting worse at Battle Brothers, but I mean, if you look at what a dire financial situation we were in there. 0 points, not a single point. Rip. I think so. What time is it? It's 5:30. I'm gonna break for dinner, and then when I come back in an hour and a half's time, we'll make it the 13.1 Legion. And we'll just start again with the same name list and everything. I mean, come on. That was an hour and a half. Wow, game is hard. Ruffle, I'll be playing XCOM tomorrow night. Actually, you know what? You know what? I've been threatening to take a break from XCOM for a while, and maybe this is the time to do it. Like, mentally, I'm a bit burnt out on Battle Brothers. I still love it, but I just worry that, like, I've been playing it almost full time for the last, like, 8 months now. I'm not thinking as clearly and carefully as I should be in moment to moment, just because I've been playing the game so much. I'll see how I feel in an hour and a half's time, but I think maybe I'll play some XCOM this evening, and we just give Battle Brothers a rest for a week or two, just to kind of reset my mentality. I mean, tactically, I don't think we made too many stupid mistakes now in that campaign, but again, I liken it when you're playing veteran Battle Brothers, it's a bit like XCOM where you start on Gatecrasher. If Gatecrasher goes bad, just restart. You know, like this. That was rough. It was great that we started with a nice archer, but I knew that that was going to have other knock-on effects of not having a good front line, like we didn't. And then it was just bad luck getting... I couldn't pause and get away from those fucking goblins before they hit us. And that obviously was a disaster for us. And then we got attacked by orcs. And then a hunt down what terrorized mission. If that was Noctes, it would have been a lot more straightforward because we got the spears to deal with them. I knew I was taking a risk, but as you saw, we were out of money. I couldn't not take that mission. I had to take it. So, yeah, 13th Legion. I think maybe that's just fate being annoyed with me because I tried to play the 13th Legion in Season 12. Clearly, they should be Season 13. So I think we take a little Battle Brothers break. We'll come back refreshed. And then it'll be Season 13, the 13th Legion. I'm going to keep the same name list. I'll start right from the beginning. And that'll be the one. You know what? Maybe it's for the best because I'm getting sick anyway and my voice is getting tired. So maybe a good time to take a little break. Anyway, thanks all for watching. Come back in an hour and a half where we'll play some XCOM. Awesome Paragon. I don't know. Rip the 13th Legion. That was funny. That was entertaining though. Like I enjoyed that. That was brutally hard, but kind of fun. I think like if that happens to you in Battle Brothers, you can't get butthurt about that. These things happen, you know. Game is hard. While we love it. Alright lads, see you in a bit.